Project Share held a barbecue this week that was actually 15 years in the making. The August fundraiser served to reunite participants from the 10 Men in a Tent fundraiser from 2009. That memorable event saw 10 Niagara Falls leaders from business and the community live together in a tent. When it wrapped up 5 days later, over $300,000 was raised for Project Share.
We're on location at Project Share this afternoon.
Rob White from 101.1 More FM participated in the original event and helped organize the reunion.
I thought, well, let's do something to mark the anniversary of 15 years. So I have my little radio show that I can come on down and do a live broadcast, and let's get some of the folks together and celebrate 15 years.
Initially, the conversations were around the 10 men getting together to celebrate and acknowledge what they did 15 years ago. And then Rob came to Project Share and said, well, how can we make this bigger? How can we help you by having a bit of an anniversary event? So here we are today.
Those involved 15 years ago shared handshakes, hugs, and some memories with the source.
Obviously, the big goal was about experiencing homelessness and trying to showcase that a bit to the rest of the community. And not being able to take a shower for a week in that hot heat and sweating isn't great either, but it was a humbling experience.
When I see other guys that were in the tent, that's the first thing we say. Hey, do you remember that? Do you remember that summer? And we immediately get into all the stories and some of the very touching moments of it too. And you know, we're talking here today with Brian, and we weren't talking about the funny stuff. It was the real touching moments that we remember very well. It was a great event.
I kind of think that the living in a tent thing would be more impactful today, because there are so many people that are doing it. We did it because we wanted to emulate what a person living on the street would be doing, and I don't think there were nearly as many as there are now. And the tent was just a facility to keep us together. But today, I think it would be. Yeah, much more of some people would notice it more, I think.
15 years later, Project Share has seen the demand for their services skyrocket.
So 15 years ago, when this event was first created, it was to respond to an alarming need in the community at that time. I don't think anyone could have predicted how much that need would grow. 15 years later, we are doubling the amount of food we distributed back then, and double almost the amount of clients as well that we're seeing. So certainly the need has just grown exponentially in our community, and we're hoping to see some support today to help us make sure that none of our neighbors go hungry.
The numbers are staggering. Pam gave me some material for the show to talk about today, and I'm looking at the stats, and you know, I thought 15 years ago what we were raising was going to make a difference. If we were to do that event and raise what we raised 15 years ago, it's not enough, and that really blows my mind.
I wish I could stand here and you know, with the flag waving and say, you know, we did it and it's over, but it's gotten worse, and that's unfortunate. We just have to keep doing our part, you know. Neighbors being neighbors. If you can give something, give something. If you need something, we're here for that too.
In Niagara, you're watching The Source on your TV.